Hey Amelia, it's Michael with Madman Marketing. I know it's been a while since we talked, but I just figured I'd do just a quick complimentary site audit for you on the fly. All right, so this is a tool that we use. It's a free tool. You're more than happy to download it yourself and check things out. I know you said that you had people doing SEO for you. I don't know if they still are, but this is just pulling out all of the, it's crawling your site right now and just pulling out potential issues or things like that we see. So while that's running, I'll take you through just a couple reasons why I actually am making this video for you. So last time we talked, we kind of went over, the ebbs and flows and, peaks and valleys of your overall keywords and where you're ranking. And it's matching pretty decently with your overall traffic that we can see. But just within the past year, why we originally started talking was we were just seeing a consistent decline of keywords, especially in that top ranking. Like right here, you have like 16 keywords in the top 3 positions where you're going to get about 95% of your traffic to your site. And then now we're seeing 2 keywords current state in those top 3 positions. And there's just a consistent slide of keywords overall. So that's one of the primary reasons why I'm making this video here for you. So this is done crawling. A lot of the same issues that we talked about last time are still here. Kind of missing H1s, title issues, where you have duplicate titles or titles that are too long, things like that. These are the primary ways that Google is crawling your site and trying to figure out, what your site is about, 1, and 2, this is the thing that's showing up on Google, making sure that users are clicking to your site. So these things need to be optimized for that reason. We've talked about in the past the images being over a certain size, which could slow down your site. Now we'll go up to these high priority issues. So I don't know what these are. Sometimes these are false positives. Click into each one. So this one looks like an account one. That's not an issue. That's not an issue. The pagination. This could potentially be an issue. I would have to see more behind the scenes on the collections that you have. Biggest thing right now is the 404 errors. You have 92 404 errors. This is a huge deal. And the fact that these 404 errors are existing, these are, it looks like a decent amount of a lot of image files, which means that within your site, on the sitemap, there is the option to index images. That option is probably turned on, which is a good thing to have that on because it makes sure your images show up in like search, when you're searching on the images instead of just standard search and also in other areas. When images are deleted, you also have to take care of that on the other end because basically what's going to end up happening is so these are not 404s, these are 422s. Basically that these images are not able to show up, or they're just, maybe if they are on the site, they aren't actually populating for users. So that's definitely something that should be considered. So invalid HTML in the header, this looks like it's on every single one of your main pages. This is only an issue because this is how Google's reading your site. If there's invalid HTML, it's going to see different errors. It might even stop crawling certain pages if it sees certain errors that way, because Google's crawling your site not by, reading it like this. It's crawling your site by reading it like this. So that invalid HTML stuff is important to get fixed. You see up here in the top right where my mouse is, we see a few of these errors here. We can kind of take a look at what errors are showing up directly on your site. So looks like a few security errors. These could just be, this could be local to my browser, or this could be an actual issue where kind of your security settings aren't working directly. So it's definitely something that we want to check out. Let's go back to the issues here that we're seeing. So you have a lot of pages that are canonicalized. So what that means is we're telling Google, this is the primary page that we want you to crawl, because there could be similar pages. On sites like yours, this is a common thing where there's multiple pages that look very similar, and so we want to tell Google, like, hey, pay attention to this page. This is the primary content, and this, so that Google doesn't think that you have duplicate content on the site. The problem is with these pages is they're non-indexable, which means they aren't being indexed on Google. And if these are the primary content pages that you're telling Google these are super important, and Google's not indexing them, this could create a lot of issues for you in regards to ranking and overall site authority. We have some internal links blocked by the robots.txt, so you have a few collections that you probably don't want blocked there. You definitely keep like checkout and cart blocked and account login blocked, but shipping policy, terms of service, refund policy, these shouldn't be blocked. Google wants to see these to make sure that your site can be trusted. So these definitely should not be blocked. You should let Google crawl these. So that's just a few of the things that we're seeing. Now, if you want, I'll go through. So where we've seen some of these keyword drops, I'll go through where those drops have occurred. So this is where we can see overall like position changes. So elderberry kit lost that keyword within the past few days. It looks like you lost that keyword, but let's go back. If we go back last 30 days, we see the declined keywords, see if there's anything important. So green tea with elderberry benefits, I mean, that's probably an important one. I believe I got this product from you. We still have some, and it was really good, and it's a good way to get elderberry. So this is probably an important one. I don't know if any of these are important to you. Elderberry elixir, I mean, that's your primary product. Elderberry gummies, that's a primary product. These have declined significantly and aren't even on first, much less second page of Google. So definitely something to check out. Looks like you had a few improved positions, different spelling of elderberry elixir. So that's good. So again, this is, the fun of SEO, where you see different spellings. You might be showing up for one thing and not another thing. But let's look back at where you declined on elderberry elixir. Products, elderberry elixir, you declined on, and then still products. So it's a duplicate one. It looks like you gained in the people also ask feature. So that area of Google where if you ask a question, that has, where people also ask, and it shows a bunch of questions. It looks like you gained a position there, but your site is not actually showing up in the main clickable links. People also ask is a good position to have, but it's usually where people are going in and, they're just trying to get information. You want people to click into your site because you want them to buy your product. So that's all I had for you. Again, love your product. Would love the opportunity to do some work for you. We have some, I know originally you wanted to kind of get things done and set up for August. That being said, we are running, we have kind of expanded our product base and our offerings, made things a little bit more robust, as well as a little bit more customizable. So I have a few new things for Q3. If you're interested in talking, I'd love to just set up a chat and kind of go over some of this data with you if you want to talk in real time. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.